Is mount of a third wave. Many have criticized government for the slow rollout of the vaccines. Our reporters are checking on the situation around the country in the next couple of hours. Let's head on over to Nobasuto Hejana. She's in Cape Town for us this morning. Nobasuto, a very good morning to you. So how is phase 2 progressing there in the Western Cape in particular? And those who've got their jabs, what are they saying about their experience?
Well, Yveka, we're here at the Karl Bremer Hospital. There's quite a long queue of the elderly people who are waiting to get their chance of getting the vaccine. But I'm luckily joined by a couple, Miss Nora Swartz and her husband. They've recently just got vaccinated now, and they were telling me earlier on that they're very excited. So I just want to hear it from you. How are you feeling that you finally got the jab?
I'm feeling very blessed and very good also, because I've waited all the years and now it's just happened. And I just went in and 10 minutes later I've received the vaccination. So I feel good and blessed. Thank you.
And Mr. Swartz, how long did you have to wait when you registered in order to get the vaccine?
It's about a month, 4 weeks, and it was worth waiting for, and that's it.
I mean, as an elderly, how do you feel about the fact that you're also considered and you're part of a group that is getting this vaccine and you've survived? You were telling me earlier on you also didn't get COVID, luckily. And how are you feeling about this whole thing?
Well, if you keep your safe distance, you wear your mask and you wash your hands regularly, and I mean you obey with the rules, you stay at home, avoid the big crowds and stuff, then I think you will come out there without getting COVID. But waited for the vaccination. It was very good, and it was really worthwhile. So when we got the message yesterday, so we jumped for it. And here this morning we were here before 6 already. So we were all excited, and we were very thankful that we could come here.
And also the message to the public, even though you've got your vaccine, you still need to, obey the rules.
Yes, we've got to keep our distance, go on as if we're still going to get it, and just keep on hoping and keeping ourselves safe. That's all that matters. It's not a big thing like we thought it would be, and we will get through it.
All right, thank you very much. So thank you so much for joining us and taking your time. So I'll allow you to leave.
Okay,
all right, so Yveka, those was the Swartz, and they've just got vaccinated. And as you can see from my right, there is this queue of the elderly people who are waiting to get their chance to get vaccinated. It goes all the way around the corner, and later on we will also be speaking to the chief director of the clinic here, who will be telling us about some of their processes and if they've ever had any chances or whether there have been any reports of people who may have come here without getting their vouchers, and how did the hospital deal with such. But we'll be speaking to her later on.
All right, Nobasuto, while I have you here, I mean, you've been there for quite some time now this morning. Just from what you've seen, and I just want your observations, that couple saying they were in there, it took them 10 minutes and they got their jab. How are the queues actually moving? I mean, people are getting there on time, they're getting their messages, it seems, but does it seem like the process is quite smooth to sort of get in this queue and get in there and get that jab?
Well, from what we've seen here, actually, Yveka, it's quite fast, because we've seen a lot of people who are coming out from the center, and the queue is moving, I must say, because when we got in, there were a couple of people who we've spotted who were on the last or the far end of the queue, and already they're moving forward and they're up the queue. So it does look like it's a very fast process. Some of them are like, just walk past me now. So it does look like it's running smooth, and there aren't any complications or any other reports that have been mentioned by the hospital, because I did speak to Shimani from the hospital, who's assisting us in getting inside, and when we speak to the chief director, we will be inside and just to check how things are happening inside the center.
All right, Nobusuthu Hejana, thanks very much, giving us an update there on just how phase 2 is progressing there in parts of Cape Town. We do have our reporters around the country. We'll touch base with all of them at